Hi guys, feels so good to be with you again. Today I'm going to be sharing another very interesting topic, and it has to do with people who want to go into tech but do not want to write code. So I get a lot of people asking me that how do I go into tech without writing code? I'm afraid of writing code. I've tried writing code before and it didn't work out. I lost interest. So I'm going to be sharing areas of tech that you can go into that you don't need to write code. And these areas are as profitable as you writing code. So in case you're scared of writing code, anytime you see code, you panic and you're scared. You still have the passion to go into tech, but you don't want to write code. So I'm going to be sharing different areas of tech where you can explore, but you don't have to write code. So let's get into it. The first area I'll share is product design. What does a product designer do? The product designer is like an architect. So if your project is like a building, the product designer is like an architect. He draws the plan, he does the layout, he does the prototyping, the wireframe. He gives the whole architecture of how the product will be. So if you want to be a product designer, all you have to do, you need to learn how to use design tools, you need to know about colors, you need to have passion for design, for aesthetics, how to appeal to an audience, and the kind of colors that will be visually appealing, the kind of text size. As a product designer, you can be a UI or UX designer. The UI designer is a user interface designer. The UX designer is a user experience designer. A UX designer is the person who designs how the product feels in the hands of the user, how the pages will work, how the pages will connect. The whole algorithm, the whole flow chart, the whole user flow is determined by the user experience designer. And you don't have to code. You just have to know how to use design softwares like Figma, like Adobe. You don't have to write any code as a UI UX designer or as a product designer. So that's one area of tech you can go into without coding at all. Another area of tech you can go into without writing code is being a software tester. As a software tester, what do you do? After building a product, before they launch the product out to the general public, they bring it to the testers. The testers will go through every part of the product, will give report on how the experience was using the product, so that the design team and development team can go ahead and make changes and modify. It's just like how you test something before you use. You don't have to write any code, and it's also very profitable because companies are paying very high amounts to have people test their product, because they don't want to ship a product that is not well tested and that is not doing the work it has been built for. They don't want to ship those kind of products out, so they get people to test, people to use the product and give a report so they can make modifications and ship out a very good product out there. Another area of tech you can go into without writing code is customer support. As a customer support, if someone has a problem about the product, you're the one they'll call or they'll text to say, oh, I'm having an issue using this product. What could be the problem? This is the issue I'm facing. So you know about the product and you're in touch with every team. You're in touch with the tech team, you're in touch with the back-end team, you're in touch with the product team, you're in touch with the development team. You're the one to provide answers to customer queries, to customer problems, to any kind of questions customer will ask you. Companies will pay you very huge amount, and you can also work remotely being a customer support assistant. They'll train you on how the product works. They'll show you about everything. They'll introduce you to all the teams. You know who to call when someone is having a problem with maybe an email or signing into their account. You know who to ask when someone is having any issue using their account or using the product. So you're almost like a middleman between a customer and the team. So just in case they ask something you don't have answers to, you can easily contact the tech team or the IT team or the product team and tell them, oh, someone is having an issue with this. Could you help them check their account? And you just interface between users and the development team. Another very interesting area of tech where you don't have to write any code is being a product manager. So as a product manager, you act as an intermediary between the product team and the development team. After the product team are done with the design, with the UI UX design, you now explain the job, explain the process to the development team. So if the development team have any questions, have any trouble, they come to meet you as the product manager. You as a product manager, you tell the design team that, oh, this tech guy is having this issue. So they all report to you. Yeah, you're in charge of the success of the product. You maintain a good line of communication between the design team and the development team. And you also report to the CTO or to the founder or to the CEO So you are like the one they put in charge of making this product happen, making this product a success. There are so many departments under you, even the DevOps, the people who will test, they all report to you as a product manager. You don't have to write any code. You just need to know how the idea works. You need to know what the problem they are trying to solve. You need to know how they are trying to solve the problem. And you need to be able to explain the problem statement to the design team and also to the development team, so that they can work hand in hand. So they are all networks to you, and you're like the source by which information flows to everybody in the team, and everybody to reports to you. As a product manager, you can also work remotely, and you'll be paid very, very well by companies to oversee the success of a product. If you also want to go into tech and you don't want to write any code, you can also decide to be a data analyst. As a data analyst, what do? You get data from the company and help them to make informed decisions. So company wants to make good sales, they want to reach a better audience, they want to reach their target audience better. And all you have to do is to get information, get how they've been selling, get information from old data, from new data, and you're able to interpret this data to help the company take better decisions to make more sales. As a data analyst, you don't have to write any code, even though there are some part of data analytics that you might need to write code, but not every part of data analysis requires you writing code. You just have to know how to read data, do statistics, know how trend happens, know when to interpret a trend. Companies will pay you well if you can help them interpret their data to help them make more informed decisions that will help them make more sales. And you can also work remotely as a data analyst. You don't have to work on site. Another area of tech you can do without writing code is sales and marketing. Sales and marketing is very, very key in every company. Every company wants to make better sales, and no matter how good the product is, if it's not well marketed, if it's not well sold, they won't make profit. No company is complete without a good sales team, and the sales team is as important as the development team, because if they build a good product and they can't sell it, then there's actually no point. So companies will pay you very, very well if you know how to sell, if you know how to communicate, if you know how to sell the brand idea, if you know how to reach out to customers, if you know how to get user response and reach out to their target market. So if you want to go into tech and you don't code and you know how to sell, you're as important as someone who is writing the codes and who is building the product, because the product is not complete if it's not being sold to the right market. There are also other areas of tech that require no code, areas like graphic design. As a graphic designer, you can help them design their logo, their brand identity, and every graphic material for the company or for a team. Also, we have cybersecurity. In cybersecurity, you get to check for security gaps, you get to check for security loopholes and reports to the product team, so that they can close every security gap, so they don't have people to steal data or to infiltrate into their data, so they don't have data breaches in the software. And also, you can also be a web designer without writing code, because you can use software like Dreamweaver, you can use Wix, you can use WordPress, you can use Laravel, and many of these CMS platforms. CMS means content management system, that can help you build websites without writing any code, because the whole blocks are there, the whole template is there. All you have to do is just to pick and drop, pick the color you want, pick, and just do pick and drop. You don't have to write any code. You can build a whole website with WordPress without writing any code. Same with Joomla, same with Blogspot. These are content management systems that can help you build websites without writing any code at all. If you want to know how you can learn any of these areas I've mentioned, just tell me in the comment section, and I could also make a video showing you how you can start your journey in any of these areas I've mentioned, or I could send you links to where you can read more and know more about any of these areas I've mentioned. I hope this helps you kickstart your journey into tech, even if you're scared of writing codes. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.